Chevrolet Pace Truck. Driver's going to be looking for the green flag as they come up off of turn number 4. First time up front on the pole for the number 10 of Jason Miller. Green flag's out. We're racing. Battle of the Chevy Caprices down on the inside. Going to be the number 10 of Jason Miller. Mike Loney up top. Here comes the 33X, the Punisher, 3 wide down the back straightaway, further back in the pack. They get it sorted out. Trying to make the move on the high side. Mike Loney got him at the line. The 233 cars have locked up nose to tail on the high side, trying to get around the number 10 of Jason Miller. Miller doesn't want to give it up down low. Side by side, down the back straightaway. First through 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. First through 10th, side by side, still as they come up off of 4. Mike Loney still getting him at the line that last time by. He is your leader. Jason Miller down on the inside, up top. Mike Loney trying to get around him. Mike Crooks in the 33X, trying to give him a couple extra horsepower as they go down into the corner, trying to get around the 10 machine of Jason Miller. This time by, give the third lap to Miller. Jason Miller trying to get the run on the low side, finally clears the 33 of Mike Loney. They are stacked and packed down into turn number 3. Chris Scott down low. Blaine Bear down on the inside in the 7 car. Mike Loney up top in the blue 33. Mike Crooks 33X, that's the black one. Christopher Loney in the B1 all over the back bumper of Brandon Coles. Now the 33X hooked up with the 33. Oh, Christopher Loney looping around the 33X of Mike Crooks. Of Chris Scott. Green flag's out. We're racing. Oh. Green flag's out. We're racing. Ooh, hold my breath, please. 3 wide over off of turn number 2. Blaine Bear all the way up the track. Brandon Coles locked up in the middle. Here comes Logan Leonard down on the inside. Logan Leonard trying to make some running room down low into turn number 3. Wow, Brandon Colts way sideways, taking it right back down to the bottom of the track. Logan Leonard puts a door right into the side of the 14 of Randy Kyle, trying to take the 4 spot away as they come up off of turn number 2. Logan Leonard down low, digging hard, moves up into 4th. Now going to set his sights on the number 7, your 3rd place car, Blaine Bear. Your leader out front, the 48 of Chris Scott. In 2nd, the number 1 of Rocket Rick Reed. 3rd, Blaine Bear. 4th, Logan Leonard. 5th, Randy Kyle. Back in the 6th spot, that's going to be the number 31 of Brandon Coles. 7th going to be the 27 of Derek Horton, then the 51 of Jared Cornell, the B1 of Christopher Loney, the 23 of Jeff Rumbold, the 5 of Jeremy Daring, and the 94 of Cheeseburger. Little bit of a haze coming out the back of the one car of Rocket Rick Reed as he went down into turn one. Battle for the third spot. Logan Leonard down on the inside of Blaine Bear. Blaine Bear up top, nothing wanting to give that spot up as they come up off of turn number four. Give the third spot to Logan Leonard. Here comes Randy Kyle, going to follow him right through there. Blaine Bear up on the high side, being hung out to trying to find some grip up top. Can't do it. Side by side for fourth into turn number three. Tension in the pits, tension in the pits. Fast trucks to staging, please. Chris Scott, your leader, out front in second. The number 1 of Rocket Rick Reed. Third going to be the number 18 of Logan Leonard, knocking on the back door. Swings it up to the high side, wasted no time. Looks out to the top side, trying to get a run on the number 1 of Rocket Rick Reed as they come up off of turn number 2. Battle for the 5th spot. Whoa! Hang on to it, 94. Rocket Rick Reed trying to hang on to that second spot. Logan Leonard knocking on the back door. Randy Kyle right there also. That's your second, third, and fourth place cars. Fifth place, that's going to be the number 7 of Blaine Bear trying to hold off the 31 of Brandon Coles. Logan Leonard started dead last. He has won the past 2 races out here, has now worked his way up almost into the second spot. He is now in third, up on the high side of the number 1 of Rocket Rick Reed, trying to take second away from him as they come up off of turn number 4. Rocket Rick Reed down on the inside in the second spot. He is driving the number 1 machine, trying to hold off the 18 of Logan Leonard. Logan Leonard up top, trying to make the run on the high side. Slower traffic in the way of the leader. Chris Scott had to jam on the brakes. Here come your leaders up on the high side. Logan Leonard around Rick Reed. Now trying to get around the 48 of Chris Scott. Down into turn number 1. Scott on the inside. Logan Leonard up top. Back in third. The 1 of Rocket Rick Reed. Here comes Randy Kyle up top into turn 3. Side by side for the top 4 spots as they come up off of turn number 4. Chris Scott making contact with Logan Leonard in the middle 4. 3 wide off of 4. They go down the front straightaway side by side. Down into turn number 1. Chris Scott up off of 2, trying to hold off the 18 of Logan Leonard. Stacked up behind him, going to be the 1 of Rick Reed. Outside of him, the 14 of Randy Kyle. Here comes Brandon Coles on the inside, trying to hold off the B1 of Christopher Loney and the 7 of Blaine Bear. 18 giving the lead to Logan Leonard that time by as they go into turn number 1. Down low on the inside, Chris Scott not wanting to give it up, but young man Logan Leonard on the high side has found some grip in the second groove, just trying to get that push up past the fender and right in front of him before they go into turn 1. '94, back up, there you go. Down the back straightaway, Logan Leonard still trying to get ahead of the 48 of Chris Scott. They are side by side. First, second, third, fourth, all locked up nose to tail. Then your 5th place car, the B1, Christopher Loney trying to get into the mix. The 31 of Brandon Coles hot on his tail off of turn number 2. Still side by side down the back straightaway. We are inside of 5 laps to go. They come up off of turn number 4. 2 laps to go off of 4 and still side by side. Christopher Loney looking down to the inside of Rick Reed, trying to get around him. Almost made it 3 wide. Down into turn number 1. Down low, the 48, Chris Scott, still trying to hold off the 18 of Logan Leonard. That last time by, you could give it to the 48. White flag is out. Everybody up on your feet. 1 lap to go. Who's going to get it at the line this time? Dead Hate, 48, Chris Scott at the line. White flag is out. Logan Leonard on the high side, trying to come back with the win from the back of the pack to the front. Down the back straightaway, Logan Leonard just ahead by a bumper. 3 wide into turn 3. Loney down in the dirt, sideways, loops it around. Rick Reed down low at the line. Logan Leonard from the back to the front. Chris Scott in second. 17 years on the past 2 races out here. Had to start at the back of the... Put your hands together. Your winner, the number 18, Logan Leonard. I tell you what, 17 years old, young man, but I tell you what, bud, you look worn out, buddy.
No, I can race another 100 laps. I'm good to go.
Let's go. What a race. I can't believe that. I mean, I was coming unglued up there. I'm still shaking, man. What a great run for you, bud, from the back of the pack to the front. Your whole family out here and friends, man, who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my dad and my uncle, especially. They helped me a lot in the car, and Titan Weldon, and then my grandma, my mom. That's about it.
You know, that kind of reminded me of out here watching your dad in the Road Warrior class racing against Dan Benoit out here side by side, lap after lap. What a great run for you, bud.
Thanks.
Always good to see you. Put your hands together for this young man. Your winner, the number 18, Logan Leonard. Coming back here, our second place. We're down here talking shop already, but I tell you what, man, I know lap traffic sometimes the big hampener, but man, what a great race between you and the 18 of Logan Leonard. That was awesome, Chris.
Yeah, I'd have to say that's probably one of the best races me and that boy's done here yet. And we're hoping to have a lot more of them.
You guys have been coming out here week in and week out for I don't know how many years, but a long time. Got a lot of family and friends behind you out here. Anybody you want to thank tonight?
Yeah, I want to thank my dad, Timmy, Hazeltine, everybody that helped us come out here tonight.
Put your hands together. Finishing second, the number 48, Chris Scott. Place finisher. What a crazy race. Now, Rocket Rick Reed in the number 1 car finishing third tonight. Rick, you just moved down here hardly even last year. From where?
The Great White North, I like to call it. About 100 miles east of Chicago on the Indiana-Michigan line.
Definitely making the haul down here with your fast ride, the rocket ship. But man, what a wild race from where I was sitting, bud.
Yeah, we like to call it the Great Pumpkin. But yeah, I love this. It's got to be good for the fans, and I have to thank the fans for being out here, because if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be able to do this. I'm just off on the motor a little bit, but I just love racing with these guys. They're not afraid to mix it up, and just never. It seems like there's a whole pack of us, and it's great. I love it. I love racing in general.
Well, we love having you. We're glad that you implanted down here to Southwest Florida. Great run for you. Put your hands together. Finishing third, the number 1, Rocket Rick Reed.